Today, I want to talk about something that is close to every human aspiration, something that underscores our dreams, our goals, and our vision for success. It is a timeless truth, a powerful reality that often gets overshadowed in the glow of natural ability. It is the idea that hard work beats talent every time. Yes, talent has its place, but hard work has the ability to surpass talent, redefine outcomes, and shape extraordinary destinies. Now, many people hear this and immediately assume it's a cliche or a motivational platitude. But let me tell you this, cliches often stem from profound truths that we resist accepting. We live in a world where talent is glamorized, where we idolize prodigies and marvel at the seemingly effortless brilliance of others. But what we often fail to see is the unseen grind behind every monumental achievement. Talent might give you a head start, but it is hard work that ensures you finish the race. Think about this for a moment. How often have you seen someone with immense talent squander it because they relied solely on what they were naturally given? The gifted musician who never practices, the bright student who never studies, the skilled athlete who skips training, what do they all have in common? Potential wasted. Talent is like a seed. It holds the promise of greatness, but without nurture, care, and relentless effort, it remains just a seed. On the other hand, consider someone who may lack the natural flair or innate ability of their peers, but possesses an unwavering work ethic. They may stumble and fall, face setbacks and challenges, but they persist. And that persistence, that commitment to growth and progress, eventually outpaces talent. Why? Because hard work has the power to multiply potential. It creates momentum, builds resilience, and sharpens skill. Talent, left to stagnate, does none of these. There's a story I love to share, one that perfectly encapsulates this truth. Picture two individuals running a race. The first is naturally fast, blessed with long strides and boundless energy. The second is slower, perhaps even clumsy, but determined. The race begins, and as expected, the first runner surges ahead effortlessly. But something happens. The first runner grows complacent, believing their lead is insurmountable. Meanwhile, the second runner, with every ounce of grit, keeps moving forward. Step by step, inch by inch, they close the gap. And when the finish line is in sight, the determined runner overtakes the talented one. Why? Because consistency and determination often outlast overconfidence and neglect. This is not just a hypothetical scenario. It's a narrative played out time and time again in the real world. Look at the lives of some of the greatest achievers in history. Michael Jordan, often celebrated as the greatest basketball player of all time, was famously cut from his high school basketball team. Did he give up, lamenting that perhaps he wasn't talented enough? No. He used that rejection as fuel, outworking everyone to transform himself into a legend. Jordan once said, "I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." His story is not one of pure talent, but of unmatched work ethic and resilience. Then there's Thomas Edison, who brought the light bulb into our lives. Edison didn't succeed because of a singular flash of genius. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine the patience, the determination, and the sheer hard work it took to reach that one successful outcome after so many attempts. Genius without labor remains dormant. Edison's legacy is proof that perseverance trumps innate ability every time. In every domain, sports, science, art, business, or life itself, success belongs to those who are willing to put in the hours. Hard work is the great equalizer. It does not discriminate, it rewards those who show up, day after day, ready to give their all. Now let me address a common misconception. People often assume that hard work means mindless effort, grinding without direction or purpose. But true hard work is strategic. It's about setting goals, learning from failures, and constantly improving. It's about working smarter, not just harder. It's about being disciplined enough to do what needs to be done, even when motivation fades. Discipline is the backbone of hard work. Talent can make you feel invincible, but discipline keeps you grounded. Talent might win you applause, but discipline ensures you keep earning it. And discipline, my friends, is not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. Every time you push yourself to go the extra mile, to practice when others rest, to learn when others give up, you are building discipline. And in that discipline lies the power to outwork and outperform those who rely solely on their gifts. It's important to recognize that hard work is not glamorous. It's waking up early, staying up late, sacrificing comfort for progress. It's doing the same thing over and over again, not because it's easy or fun, but because it's necessary. Hard work is unrelenting, unforgiving, and often unnoticed. But over time, it builds a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about passion? Isn't it passion that drives success? And yes, passion is important. It ignites the fire within. But passion without hard work is like a fire without fuel. It burns out quickly. Hard work is the fuel that keeps the fire of passion alive. It takes your dreams and turns them into reality. Passion gets you started, but hard work keeps you going. Let's take a moment to reflect on what hard work really means in your own life. Think about the dreams you have, the goals you've set, and the person you aspire to become. Are you relying on what comes naturally to you? Or are you actively working to improve, to grow, to push beyond your comfort zone? Are you willing to put in the time and effort required to turn your potential into excellence? Understand this, hard work is not just about physical effort, it's also about mental fortitude. It's about believing in yourself when others doubt you, staying focused in the face of distractions, and persevering through obstacles that seem insurmountable. It's about choosing growth over excuses, action over complacency, and progress over perfection. There will be days when the journey feels endless, when progress seems invisible, and when quitting feels like the easier option. But remember, every small effort, every tiny step forward adds up. Hard work is cumulative. It compounds over time, creating results that are greater than the sum of their parts. Let me leave you with this thought: talent may open doors, but hard work builds the walls, lays the foundation, and creates a fortress of success that talent alone cannot sustain. Talent may give you a moment of glory, but hard work gives you a lifetime of achievement. Talent may fade, but the lessons, discipline, and character built through hard work endure. So the next time you find yourself comparing your abilities to someone more talented, remember this: it is not the start that defines you, it's the journey you're willing to undertake. Hard work beats talent every time, not because talent isn't valuable, but because hard work is unstoppable. Go out there, put in the effort, and prove to yourself and the world that the heights of success are not reserved for the talented, but for the relentless.